Duke Targo was a good-looking kid with a 12-0 record. Someone had suggested he take a dive, except they didn't fight by the rules. They used guns.
Tell your boy, Benny. You tell him I'm mad, okay?
Find this punk for me, Marlowe.
I've got a message for you, Targo.
Powers Booth stars in Guns at Cyrano's. Next week's episode of Philip Marlowe, Private Eye.
Next, Anne Margaret is shaping up for some hip-swinging, pulse-racing romance in the musical sensation that won 2 Oscar nominations. Bye Bye Birdie, next on Festival.
Who was known as the Clown of Clowns?
He was the first to paint his face.
What was the reason behind this face?
He was the model for our own Uncle Sam.
Where did this funny lady get her big break? When did you last see so many comics running? How did so many of them find happiness?
I can't find his mouth.
Richard Kiley is your host for a nostalgic look at those fabulous clowns.
From the circus ring to the vaudeville stage, the silent screen to the movie classics, it's a loving tribute to the men and women who make us laugh. Those fabulous clowns. Next.
Meet Jan Cheney. When she's good, she's very, very good. But when she's bad, she's Maxie.
I was possessed by Maxie Malone.
Would you be so kind as to explain your behavior this evening?
Maxine Malone was in my body and you slept with her.
Honey, I told her to leave.
I was good.
What I think I saw has major implications, honey. Honey?
Make the bed. I'm gonna strip and hit the sack. You wanna watch? Light the light. Thanks, babykins. Now we're cooking with gas. I'll arrive late tonight.
She really had a big day, didn't she?
Blackbird.
Glenn Close.
Don't touch me.
And Glenn Close.
How's about doing it in the closet?
Mandy Patinkin. And Ruth Gordon. In Maxie.
See you later.
On Festival.
In October, Festival brings you 3 films from the decade known as the Fabulous 40s.
Tell me the story. There's always a story.
Even when the decade was young, there was only one story, the turbulent paradise of Pearl Harbor.
Okay, Fatso, if it's killing you, what? Come on.
From Here to Eternity, the award-winning story of the last days of peace and the first day of war. But weeks later, the whole nation was fighting, and the war effort stretched from the front lines to the factories to the Hollywood canteen. Dick Cavett hosts a look at yesteryear 1942.
Where do we go from here?
In 1944, 2 great stars were putting their best feet forward.
We're a fine pair.
We're a wonderful pair.
Gene Kelly and Rita Hayworth star in the song and dance romance Cover Girl. So join us for a lingering look at times gone by as Festival features the 40s.
Something funny's going on here, because when Michael Jordan witnesses a murder...
What happened? What happened? I want to know what the hell is going on here. And I want to know right now. Oh!
I suppose it could wait till later.
He's chased by thugs, the feds, and the NYPD, but he doesn't know why. And when Michael Jordan teams up with Kate Hellman...
I'm gonna get out of here!
Mind if I join you?
Something even funnier is going on, and it's called Hanky Panky. Gene Wilder, Gilda Radner, and Richard Widmark are the stars who are plunged into a web of intrigue, a string of extraordinary coincidences involving government agents, a top-secret computer tape, young ladies who aren't what they seem to be, and murder. The man responsible for all this wonderful craziness is director Sidney Poitier. For Gene Wilder, Hanky Panky meant reuniting with his friend who also directed him in the comedy blockbuster Stir Crazy.
One day after Stir Crazy was over, I was playing tennis with Sidney Poitier, and I said, well, you know, there's a film called Hanky Panky that I think If I Know You is your cup of tea. He read it, and I got a call later saying that Sidney loved it and wanted to do it.
For Gilda Radner, this was a chance to play a different kind of character.
This is what she looks like. This is it. No wigs, no funny costumes, no makeup.
I'm wrapping you up and I'm taking you in. Killer. Are you crazy? You knocked a policeman unconscious.
Yeah, well, that was a terrible story. It was the worst story I've ever heard. No one's going to believe you.
Director Sidney Poitier's impressive record as an actor makes him particularly sensitive to the needs of his cast. But even when a scene was rehearsed and rehearsed and rehearsed, it was rehearsed until they got it right.
Movie making is a filthy business.
Sidney, as a director, is concerned with the actors being free enough to do what is the top of their talent. And because I'm working with Gilda Radner in Hanky Panky, he knows that it involves improvisation.
Are you all right?
Of course he's all right. What are you asking stupid questions for? He's fine.
Michael, he's dead.
He is not dead. Don't say he's dead. The man is resting.
If Gilda and I improvise, it's not based on that. It's based on not having a clue what we were going to say or even thinking about it, but just reacting to a stimulus in the scene.
Ask Mr. Puckett, do I bring it in nose first or tail first?
Michael, he's dead.
Don't say he's dead. Ask him.
I can't ask him. He's dead.
Will you shut up and ask him?
Mr. Puckett! Should he bring it in nose first or tail first?
What'd he say?
Michael, he's dead!
Yep, these days something funny is going on, and it's called Hanky Panky.
This month on Festival. Leave it to a guy like George Burns.
That old black magic that I weave so well.
To scare the heebie-jeebies out of anyone.
I love to scare the hell out of people.
Playing a dual role, one pretty heavy.
It's me, Bobby God.
The other pretty sneaky.
You look like the devil.
He has a way of handling people.
Didn't you used to handle Al Jolson?
Beethoven.
Creating instant success for a rock and roller who's craving stardom.
I'm running a big operation.
He's promising everything.
You'd be at Carnegie Hall. You'd be at Madison Square Garden.
Fabulous.
You'd be rich. Concerts. Gold records. Cover of Time.
Who are you?
So watch for lightning.
My God.
Guess again.
And the smoke.
I love smoke.
Oh, God. You devil is about to strike.
I'm the biggest rock singer in America.
A heavenly comedy.
This October, you'll have the best seat in the house when Festival Center Stage presents two dynamic specials. First, catch the incomparable Harry Belafonte in concert with his unique blend of folk, pop, and upbeat calypso music.
Everybody, Matilda, including the balcony, Matilda, sing the chorus, Matilda, she take me money and run Venezuela. Trouble coming down on you, yes, trouble.
Then you're gonna flip over Britain's world-renowned Chipperfield Circus, a thrilling, fun-filled extravaganza. So get set for two outstanding performances this month on Festival Center Stage.
Please don't stop the carnival.
special presentation of the Festival Free Preview with your host, Les Reed.
Hello and welcome. This is Festival, an exciting brand new premium service. I'm Les Reed and I'd like to welcome you to day number 1 of your free Festival Preview. Just in case you haven't heard about it, your local cable company has been showing Festival for a number of weeks now, and of course it is a brand new network. A network that is built on quality entertainment. You know, we have listened to what you, the viewer, have been looking for. You want strong characters and strong stories, and we found that it's the strong stories that make good movies. That's what you'll find on Festival. And of course you won't find excessive bad language or sex and violence. You will find today's hits, the hit movies of today, but not all of them. Good movies like Jagged Edge, or true stories like Francis, which is a story about Francis Farmer, or how about comedy? Comedy like Mickey and Maude that the one and only Dudley Moore stars in. Of course, Amy Irving is along with that. If you would like to have Festival installed in your home, you can call the number that's on your screen, 1-800-982-0200. That number is there for you to call the National Phone Center, but some of you might be seeing a local telephone number, and if you do, give your local cable operator a call. He has a wonderful special offer for you, which is good for a limited time only, and you can get Festival installed right away. And in fact, if you're in Rochester, New York, you're enjoying this free Festival Preview on Greater Rochester Cablevision. And I hope you folks will call and order because you're going to like what you see. What are you going to see? Well, today, tomorrow, you're going to see movies like Murrow. Daniel J. Travanti stars in a true story about Edward R. Murrow. Or how about Casino Royale, the excitement of David Niven and Peter Sellers. And I have got a Hollywood classic, it'll knock your socks off. East of Eden, the exciting James Dean. This is the type of quality and great programming that you'll see on Festival. In fact, The Professionals, one of the movies coming up in our preview with Burt Lancaster and Lee Marvin. You will find that with Festival in your home, you can trust the programming. The whole family can enjoy it because of the quality entertainment that you'll see. Again, if you'd like to order it, you can do it right now, 1-800-982-0200. And again, I ought to remind you that if you wait till the last day, our phones are going to be quite busy then. So give us that call now. Beat the rush and take advantage of that special offer that your local cable company has got. You know, maybe while we're at it, we ought to talk about comedy. It's an important part of your entertainment. And comedy, it's not just, well, we won't give the comedian who doesn't make a lot of sense. We're going to show you the comedians who understand the true art of comedy. Well, when we think of George Burns and Dudley Moore, let's take a look at what comedy's about on Festival. Watch this.
Have you been getting your recommended daily requirement of comedy lately?
No!
Well, all the comedy you need is right here this October on Festival.
Great.
First, meet Rob Salinger, a happily married man with a simple request.
Come on, Mickey, just one child. A small one.
From his very busy, career-minded wife.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, that won't do. I'll have to call you, okay?
Enter the other woman. She was everything Rob wanted.
Funny, pretty,
and
pregnant.
I've never been happier in my life.
Until
I'm pregnant.
Dudley Moore, Amy Irving, and Ann Reinking star in Mickey and Maude. Then
watch this. My God. Guess again.
George Burns is delightfully diabolical.
I love to scare the hell out of people.
He's a very classy demon.
He dresses up in fancy clothes and he runs around pretending he's an agent.
Bargaining for a rock singer's soul.
Why did I fold? I put the fear of me in you.
It's Burns versus Burns.
Oh, nuts.
In Oh God, You Devil. And Peter Sellers, David Niven, and Deborah Carr are all part of a wacky, mixed-up search for the real James Bond. It all happens at the Casino Royale, so tune in for a bellyful of laughs all this month on Festival.
Comedy. That's an important part of the Festival lineup each and every month. And of course, I want to remind you, coming up next, The Professionals with the one and only Burt Lancaster and Lee Marvin. You know, if you would consider right now And I'm talking to you folks who've been thinking about a premium service, or maybe to you folks who've had premium service and then had it disconnected. I want you to know that Festival is an exciting, brand new concept based on what you, the subscribers, have been telling us over the years. Festival is for the folks who said, well, I didn't like premium programming because there was too much violence, or there's excessive language, or too much sex content in the movies. And I just want you to know that based on your comments, we've listened carefully, and the programming people at Festival have gone back and reviewed all of the programming that's available and carefully selected programming that you would like to have in your home, programming that you can trust. So as a Festival subscriber, you're going to find it very, very exciting. If you'd like to try it, 1-800-982-0200 or the local phone number on the screen. Give us a call right now. In fact, while you do that, let me show you how the Festival schedule comes together. This is the great entertainment you'll see. Watch.
Mission Mercy.
A kidnapped heiress.
$100,000 for a wife. She must be a lot of woman.
Certain women have a way of changing some boys into men. And some men back into boys.
That's a woman worth saving.
And The Professionals. Two men willing to fight for any cause at a price.
You want us to go back to Mexico?
This time strictly for cash.
But does the lady really want to be saved?
Go to hell.
Yes, ma'am. I'm on my way.
A desperate battle of wills, starring Claudia Cardinale, Burt Lancaster, and Lee Marvin as The Professionals.
Yeah.
Introducing Festival, a new premium service you'll welcome home, featuring the best entertainment from today and yesterday. Movies and specials the way they used to make them. Programs that don't depend on excessive content to entertain. Strong stories, not strong language. Festival today brings you the best of the current movies, especially chosen for their excellence. 30 years ago in war-torn Greece, a mother made the supreme sacrifice. Now her son must know the truth.
She was tortured. You're going to confess your crimes.
All I did was to help my children escape.
John Malkovich, Kate Nelligan, the true story of Eleni. Glenn Close and Jeff Bridges star A Tale of Murder.
You think I killed my wife? Prove it.
He's innocent and you know it.
Jagged Edge. And Glenn Close returns as Maxie.
See you later.
Then Daniel J. Travanti stars as Morrow. The stars and the spectacles take center stage on Festival with Harry Belafonte in concert. And for children of all ages, join a galaxy of superstars for the best of the spectacular Chipperfield Circus. Hollywood classics bring you the stories worth remembering.
I gotta know who I am. I gotta know what I'm like.
James Dean and Julie Harris star in East of Eden. Then marriage and divorce get the once-over lightly from Cary Grant and Irene Dunn when they face the awful truth. Share adventure with John Wayne and Lauren Bacall.
Welcome to Blood Alley, baby.
And join Dick Van Dyke for the musical smiles of Bye Bye Birdie. Festival knows a good adventure movie doesn't have to be violent to be fun. Fred Ward stars as the legendary Remo Williams. Michael Caine, Sally Field, and Telly Savalas go beyond the Poseidon adventure. And Rock Hudson faces a deadly avalanche. Americana features Bring Home the Heartland with a Mark Twain classic.
How would you like to land a young man on the river? Mark Twain!
Life on the Mississippi. Festival looks at provocative issues like the Cold War through the eyes of top filmmakers. A mistaken command brings the world to the brink of disaster.
I order you and the other planes to return to your base at once.
Fail safe. and Richard Widmark plays a deadly game.
Would you attack a Russian submarine?
What's the range? 1,500, coming straight on.
The Bedford Incident. Comedy is a scream on Festival with Dudley Moore as a very married man.
You have 2 wives. You're about to have 2 kids. Don't you see something wrong in that?
Mickey and Maude. And George Burns is back.
My God. Guess again.
In Oh God, You Devil. We get the facts straight with enlightening documentaries. From the beginning, they made us laugh. Those fabulous clowns. And Dick Cavett invites you to remember when. Strong stories and strong characters come alive in festival dramas. Sidney Poitier is a teacher with a tough job.
Are you a man or a hoodlum?
To Sir with Love. And Nick Nolte is another teacher who cares.
You're crazy, you know that?
I'm a teacher.
Lee Majors and Jennifer O'Neill reach for the skies in Steel. And Jenna Rollins is a tough lady on the run.
Where is the boy?
She's Gloria.
I love it.
Festival celebrates the stories that made decades like the 40s famous. Burt Lancaster, Deborah Carr, Montgomery Clift, and Frank Sinatra star in From Here to Eternity. Then Gene Kelly, Rita Hayworth, and Phil Silvers reach the heights of hoofing in CoverGirl. And take a look back at 1942, a year that changed history. We'll bring home the wonders of nature with outstanding programs like the Survival Series, featuring the world's most fascinating creatures. And we've got the solution to finding great mysteries.
You're not serious.
Murder is.
Philip Marlowe, Private Eye. If you want romance, Festival gets to the heart of the matter. Margot Kidder looks for love in Louisiana. Nick Nolte and Deborah Winger find romance on Cannery Row. And Olivia Newton-John gets some high-stepping help from Gene Kelly when she finds love in Xanadu. We'll bring home the true stories of people who shaped the world, like Mariette Hartley as the mother who lost her child and fought back with MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. And Jessica Lange is stunning as the star whose life became a nightmare.
What I want to know is if I got any civil rights!
Francis. The stars saddle up for Western action on Festival. Burt Lancaster and Lee Marvin rescue the lady, but risk their lives.
Put down your weapons! Hierro, is he finished?
Not yet, baby.
They're the professionals. Then ride with Gene Hackman, James Coburn, and Jan Michael Vincent.
Whiskey for me and beer for my horse.
The stars you want to see in stories that will capture your heart without relying on excessive content. It's quality entertainment you'll welcome home. And it's here from Festival.
Festival.
Cal Trask is in search of truth.
I guess there's just a certain amount of good and bad you get from your parents, and I just got the bad.
That's not true.
Cal, listen to me. You can make of yourself anything you want. It's up to you. A man has a choice.
His choice was to look into the past in his struggle to understand the present.
I gotta know who I am. I gotta know what I'm like.
He must live with the pain of finding a mother he never knew he had.
Here, you might as well look at this now. It's a picture of your father and your mother on the wedding day. The first person I've ever showed it to.
Well, I knew it was true.
How did you know it was true?
'Cause she ain't no good and I ain't no good. I knew there was a reason why I wasn't.
But some things are better left unknown.
I know why you didn't love me. 'Cause I'm like my mother, and you never forgave yourself for having loved her.
The legendary James Dean stars with Raymond Massey and Joe Van Fleet in John Steinbeck's powerful family drama, East of Eden, this month on Festival.
Honolulu, 1941, several months before the fatal bombing, and yet for some, war had already begun.
Look, I told Holmes, and I'm telling you, I ain't fighting. I quit fighting.
From Here to Eternity, the gripping bestseller by James Jones, translated into one of the best pictures ever made.
You probably think I'm a tramp.
I love the island. Okay, Fatso, it's killing you, what? Come on.
But sure doesn't love you.
Burt Lancaster, Montgomery Clift, Deborah Carr, Donna Reed and Frank Sinatra.
If you think you can bribe me into boxing, Warden, you're wrong.
Their destinies crossed on the common battleground of love and war. An Oscar winner for Best Film, now a timeless classic, From Here to Eternity.
Join Dick Cavett, host narrator for Remember When. Meet the press barons of days gone by, the front page journalists of yesteryear, and discover some stately news people who created, manipulated, and captured the sights, sounds, and facts of a frantic era. Facts like
battles will be held during daylight hours, convenient to the motion picture cameraman.
Nothing trivial, simply the truth. The power, the people, and the roots of American journalism come out on page 1 of Remember When.
Remember when.
Welcome back. This, of course, is Festival. It's your 4-day free preview of the excitement of what Festival will offer you and your family. Did you notice in that lineup of programming the types of strong storylines and the strong characters that are involved in that programming? This is perfect programming for family. And, of course, as I mentioned to you before, this programming is all carefully selected based on what you, the subscriber, have been telling us what you're looking for. Again, I can assure you, there's no silly teen movies on the Festival lineup of programming. And again, if you'd like to have that programming installed right now, our national phone bank is open. You can call 1-800-982-0200, and that's the number that would have Festival installed in your home. If you see a local phone number on your screen right now, give your local cable service a call. Customer service rep will be glad to explain to you how Festival is available and also tell you about the discount on the installation. You know, Festival, well, there's many different categories of programming, so it gives you that variety. One of the great areas that I love is classics. How about Blood Alley with John Wayne, of course. And again, we kind of entertain and inform all at the same time in documentaries. The one and only Dick Cavett does Remember When, and this month we've got a special feature on journalism, even including the one and only Edward R. Murrow and his reports from London. Also, when network television went coast to coast, Edward R. Murrow was there reporting. But you know, the one category that I just love is center stage. All right, folks, trivia time. Who sang Day-O? You've got it. The one and only Harry Belafonte is on center stage on Festival this month. So again, I want to remind you, the fun and excitement is yours. All you have to do is call and order. And you know one of the other nice things that happen? As a subscriber to Festival, you'll receive the guide. The more you use this guide, the more entertainment you're going to get from Festival each and every month. So give us that call now. And I want to remind you, in this month, we have the opportunity to take a look at the 40s on Festival. 1-800-982-0200 is the number that you can call right now. And of course, as I mentioned to you at the top of the break, coming up, The Professionals. How about an action-packed Western movie with the one and only Burt Lancaster and Lee Marvin? These are the type of films that you've asked to see. Classics, drama, true stories, the excitement of great information, programming that you can trust. As I mentioned to you before, programming that's carefully selected for the whole family to sit and enjoy in your home. So again, give us the call, 1-800-982-0200, or give a call if you see a local number on your screen, and we're going to make way now for the big movie on Festival, The Professionals.